Just really proud of our guys. They came ready to play today. And look, St. Bonaventure was missing their most impactful player, maybe the best player in the league. And you know, that happened to us not too long ago when we were missing Vince in a game. But I just thought our guys, great approach today in shoot-around. They were locked in. I loved the voice that we had early in the game and the talk, even though we were throwing that thing all over the place early. I thought we were in the right place. And at this time of the year, against a team like St. Bonaventure that has, you know, an awesome coach, just really proud of our effort. We needed that. That was great.
As a guy, with the shooting and out, the flow of the game, do you feel like the biggest key was just trying to continue to get the ball inside and off?
Yeah, I mean, we really talked about, you know, not taking quick, fast shots, get paint touches, attack the rim. You know, when backups have to start, you know, we wanted to go at them. Some different lineups that they had to play, and so we wanted to put different people in ball screen actions, move them around a little bit. We moved Vince around a lot, try to cause confusion, and I think it created us getting downhill. But you know, they don't have their shot blocker, so we were able to get at the rim. I thought we kept some balls alive to get some baskets, and I thought our defense created some offense to get us going there after the first couple of minutes, and that was huge.
Vince mentioned, of course, is trying to stay in front of other ball handlers. Do you feel like the way you guys were able to force more jump shots was important on the defensive end?
Yeah, I thought we guarded the ball with very good discipline. You know, we'd like to say square up the ball and keep it in front, and I thought we did that, make them take tougher twos. We guarded them from the three really well again, make tough twos, and then you know, Hassan had 6 blocks. We had some guys around the basket. Vince had a couple plays down low. We stripped a couple of guys, and you know, that stuff builds momentum defensively. And you know, we gotta continue this, but also know, like, the biggest thing is at this time of year you don't beat yourself. So don't put them on the line early. You know, your talk, your voice late in the season, that's so huge to help your teammates, and we had that at a high level today.
First media time, what did you talk about maybe settling down?
What do you think I talked about? Honestly, come on now. I mean, we had 6 turnovers. I mean, so if you think about this, it was 4-0. We might, if it stayed that way the rest of the game, we would have won 40-0 and had 60 turnovers. Right? Robbie said that to me on the radio, and we can't turn it over, and that's, you know, I thought we executed offensively today, and they carried over the game plan offensively. We just had too many turnovers, too many yips, and you know, we can't go on the road at St. Louis and have 17 turnovers. No way.
Is a bit of that though a byproduct of aggressive, confident moves? And how do you like cut down on the turnovers without tightening the reins?
Not 50-50 passes, not being loose with your dribble. You could still be aggressive, confident, and loose. Jaquan Lewis was ACL better than anyone. He never gave you the ball. You just that when you're ready to make a decision, you're sure. That part of it, and I just think sometimes we just get lackadaisical with some of our passes, and that leads to, you know, 2 or 3 turnovers in the next 5 possessions. We got to continue to work on that and emphasize it and keep stressing it, because you can't give the other team the ball.
When Hassan was 4 for 4 today, basically when he's not playing as a post-up big, he's like unstoppable. Like off cuts and moves, you just can't stop him.
Yeah.
How do you get him to be that Hassan?
Well, he's got to be healthy, Matt. I mean, the number one thing is he's got to be healthy. Look, he's a runner and a jumper and a great mover. And this is the first time where he had injuries that really affected him moving and jumping and running. And earlier in the, you know, you saw that. And when he's healthier, he's moving better, he's finishing better, and he's going after the ball more. And so that's the biggest thing right now. And he's a mover. I mean, he's a guy that's better in ball screens than he is posting up. Now, we want to post him up at times because if he catches it deep, all he has to do sometimes is turn and finish. But when you're not healthy, you know, it negates some of his athleticism and his movement.
Related note, but how much is just keeping it hot, keeping the ball hot, help Hassan offensively, because he finds himself wide.
He finds space. I mean, he's a mover and he's long, so he can cover ground, and he can catch a lot of things. And Yeah, he's best at random ball screens, not just a play, but we're in motion and he goes and ball screens really hard or to a handoff, just harder to guard because he's such a good mover, and you saw that today.
Coach, you can never really, put too much emphasis on one game as a team as there's always the next one. However, we talked to the guys earlier and they said you were mentioning all week the last trip to St. Bonaventure. What was the main points of emphasis that you were trying to assess the team in today's game?
Well, look, huge week, right? Let's call it as it's a huge week. So, but we have a great team, picked to win the league in our arena, right? Come on. I mean, and it's the last game for the seniors here. Let's win it. Let's find a way, and then we'll take care of Saturday going there. But man, the way you get momentum going into Saturday night's game is start it right now and build it today. And the guys did that. They did it on their own too, because you saw that yesterday. But especially today in shoot around, they knew it was a big week. They knew it was a big game, and they were prepared for it. So really proud of them. And the best teams out there are the player-led teams, and the players take the approach and lead the approach, and you saw that today. Now going into Saturday, it's going to be an awesome atmosphere. Last 8-10 game of the season, regular season. And we're going to go on the road and find a way. But that's that's the fun of it.
It was huge energy tonight, especially if it was an ace chase down block. Jaden hit 2 back-to-back threes. Hassan had 6 blocks. How do you feel when, especially the spark of the team, like MBJ coming in against that Richmond team and coming in and sparking it up? How do you feel with him and Hassan going into the rotation? How's that gelling?
Well, it just tells you though those guys, those 2 guys in particular, and a lot of others, just play really hard. It's amazing when you have a clear mind and you just play really hard how you make a play like the block from behind. Vince's block from behind in the first half. He was out of the play, but instead of him worrying about it or not having a clear mind to do the next thing, he had a clear mind and he ran it down. That was unbelievable. That was a Bradford Burgess block, right? We've seen them before. And Hassan and Mikel, lots of guys. Look at the freshman guards and JJ, just have a clear mind, be in the moment, and just play really hard. Like if you play really hard, usually some good things happen for you, and I think you see a lot of examples of that lately.
You're looking forward to being a player-led team. Are you seeing that the most right now, where the guys are? Do the seniors are comfortable in their own? The freshmen are coming along. Are you seeing that more this time of the year?
Yeah, I thought the last month there was more. We got a coach. We're taking care of it. They got their own huddles. Ace running a huddle. Vince is talking to a younger guy, and Keyshawn, with the year he's had, has created great confidence for himself, and he's sharing that with a lot of other guys and his voice. And guess what? You playing like Keyshawn, young guys are going to listen to him. So that has really helped us, that without a doubt. And these guys get along pretty well, so they can get on each other pretty hard, and nobody catches feelings, and that's important too.
Coach, what are the biggest changes you've seen in Vince and Keyshawn in their time here at VCU?
Well, number one is just maturity, growth, like just maturity. They're both very emotional competitors. They wear it on their sleeve, but they've just grown, and every year they've gotten better as players, and they're having their best year as seniors, which is so rewarding for them and their families. It's really cool to see that. But I think they wanted to leave their mark on VCU basketball their senior year with how hard they've played and trying to do things the right way, and I think they've done it with great maturity. So the great growth on their part, without a doubt.
Keyshawn, he hasn't changed up his game any, but it seems like this year a lot of his buddies that used to just fall off the rim are now falling.
Yeah, just he's finishing, and he's stronger. I think he's much stronger than he was his first 3 years. But he finishes, I always say you finish with your eyes too. And he used to always duck and avoid defense. Now he's going through defense, and he can hang now and stretch and finish different ways. And he's had some impressive ones. He's, that's his game. But he's more confident with the ball. He doesn't, lose the ball and dribbles as much. And even, I think he's done a great job of playing off 2 feet sometimes when he can't get off and turn the corner off of 1 foot. He stops and sets somebody else up. And what he's turned himself into is a great cutter off the ball that's gotten him some easy baskets this year. So it's just great growth with Vince. And then, with Vince, he's one of the best players in the league because he worked on his game so much, but he's matured as a young man and has done an unbelievable job taking care of his body. So, for those two seniors, it's very rewarding for us as a coaching staff to see how well they're doing.
Michael Brown-Jones, he's been a bit of a revelation basically during this run. How sort of excited does that make you to see this 6'8" sophomore just figuring it out?
Redshirt freshman, if you want to say
yeah,
that.
Redshirt freshman, technically,
No, he's been super. Kel, he wants to please the coaches all the time, and I think he realized you don't have to please us, just be you. And you appreciate that, but he doesn't have to. He works so hard. You're doing great, and he's maturing. He's growing, and he's playing with a clearer mind. He realizes I don't have to go out there and prove to Coach Rhoades I have to do this and do that to play. It's just be you. Play harder than the guy that's guarding you. Play harder than the guy you're guarding, and I bet you some good things are going to happen.
You say be you to MBJ. Who is MBJ? Like, who is he?
Who is he?
As a player.
He's a hard-rocking dude, and we need those guys. Those guys do really well at VCU.
Coach, I was going to ask, how much fun has it been to coach these guys?
A lot of fun. Even with all the adversity we've gone through, the injuries and the illnesses and dealing with COVID and all that stuff and some cancellations, the gym time, the hotel time, the bus time, the plane time has been a lot of fun with these guys. A lot of fun. And, everyone on the team you could sit down and have a cool conversation with. And honestly, it's not like that for every team you coach. And this team's been a lot of fun with that, and they like each other, so you see that. And then I think they bring joy to playing basketball, and that makes it fun to coach them, without a doubt. So being in the gym with these guys has been really cool this whole year.
Marcus Jonas is a concussion player?
Yeah, he got screened up at UMass, like a blind screen, and he was okay during the game. And then later that night, as we were flying home, didn't feel well, and you got to go through that protocol stuff. And what it says is what we have to follow. So hopefully, I couldn't even tell you the timeline. That stuff's all crazy. So I get updates every morning and go from there. So hopefully we have him back soon.
Is there like obviously Bones last year can take over a room? Is there a player on this team off the court that fills that role?
They think they all think they can take over the room. No, they all have their own personalities. What I love is like one day you see Ace and Key and Vince together, and then the next day it's Ace with two of the freshmen, or Josh is walking over with MBJ and Vince. Like they just seem like they all hang out together and they all get along. I don't think we have any outgoing personality like Bones, but Keyshawn's probably sometimes the loudest and has some fun, but they all like that. I think they're a very joyful group, and they're still young too, still young and joyful. That's a good combination for everybody.
The year probably didn't start off like you wanted to, but I'm sure you had your goals.
No, the year started off how I thought it would be, honestly, from all the stuff we were going through. So I know people didn't think that, but I thought that. I said this a long time ago. I said, we're going to go through some stuff. We're going to go through some stuff, but we're going to come out better because we're going through it. And adversity introduces a man to himself. That was something Shaka used to always say. And the adversity we went through introduced our team to who they want to be. And so I'm not taking that back. I know where we're at and what everyone's saying, but that start was exactly part of our journey that we grew from. If we didn't have that start, I'm not sure we'd be at this point and where we're at.
I was going to say your goals then, have you met, exceeded?
No, our goals are still out there. Our goals are still out there. Our three goals were, to pursue a championship, pursue championships, and play meaningful games in May, and then go beat people. And that hasn't changed, and they're doing that now. Now we got to continue to do that.
On that note, if Dayton, I believe Dayton plays for you guys this weekend. If they beat Davidson, you then are playing for an A-10 regular season champ. Are you going to shoot Coach Grant a text, like a motivational text before their game to get them pumped? So.
No, I'm going to stick to the Rams. Stick to the Rams. Thanks, guys.